What if the smartest people don't disappear because they hate people? What if they disappear because they finally discover something about human behavior that most people never notice? Have you ever noticed a friend who used to be the life of the party suddenly stop showing up? Have you ever found yourself staring at a text message, knowing exactly what to say, but choosing to put your phone down and embrace the silence instead? If you've felt a growing distance between yourself and the world around you, you might be experiencing something that most people confuse with loneliness, but psychologists recognize as a sign of deep internal growth. The truth is, highly intelligent and self-aware people don't disappear because they hate people. They disappear because they finally discover something about human behavior that most people never notice, and once they see it, they can never go back to the way things were. The process usually starts with a subtle shift in how you see the world. Most people look at others, but intelligent people eventually start reading them. At first, life feels normal and predictable. Your social circle is wide, and your conversations are filled with the usual pleasantries. You believe what people say because you've never had a reason to look beneath the surface. But then, something changes. You begin noticing the small, subtle things that everyone else ignores. You notice the smile that doesn't quite reach someone's eyes, signaling a hidden sadness or a hidden agenda. You hear the compliment that sounds kind but carries a sharp, hidden edge of jealousy. You recognize the friend who only remembers your name when they need a favor, or the person who claims to support you but becomes strangely silent or critical the moment you actually achieve something great. Once your brain starts recognizing these patterns, it becomes almost impossible to unsee them. Psychologists call this pattern recognition, and it is a hallmark of high intelligence. The more self-awareness you gain, the faster your brain connects behaviors that once seemed unrelated. Suddenly, people don't look different, but they feel different. This is where the distance truly begins. It's not that these people have become arrogant, it's that they've stopped confusing mere attention with genuine connection. They realize that most social interactions are just a series of masks talking to other masks. When you reach a certain level of awareness, wearing your own mask becomes exhausting. You start to value the truth over the performance, and since truth is rare in casual social circles, you naturally start to step back. But there is a deeper, more biological reason for this disappearance. For an intelligent person, social interaction isn't just about showing up, it's about processing a massive amount of data. Research in psychology suggests that people with higher levels of self-awareness often spend significantly more mental energy analyzing conversations, emotions, and underlying motives. While others are simply enjoying the noise of a crowded room, the intelligent person is quietly analyzing the behavior behind the noise. They see the power dynamics, the insecurities being masked by loud laughter, and the subtle manipulations used to control the flow of conversation. This constant awareness is mentally draining. A conversation that once felt exciting now feels like a repetitive script. A friendship that once felt genuine may suddenly feel one-sided, where one person gives and the other only takes. Even crowded rooms begin to feel strangely empty because there is no depth to fill the space. This is why many highly aware individuals stop finding fulfillment in shallow interactions. Instead of asking, "How can I make more people like me?" they begin to ask, "Who truly understands me?" That single question changes their entire social reality. The more a person values honesty, depth, and meaning, the smaller their circle naturally becomes. To the outside world, it looks like they are ghosting their friends. In reality, they are simply letting go of the wrong connections to make room for their own peace. Intelligent people also start to notice that many of the dramas and conflicts in their social lives aren't random. They are the result of people reacting to their own unhealed fears and insecurities. When you see a friend lash out at you, you no longer see an enemy. You see someone who is terrified of their own inadequacy. Once you see these emotional patterns, you stop taking things personally, but you also stop wanting to participate in the cycle. You stop wasting your precious energy trying to fix people who aren't ready to change or defending yourself against people who have already decided to misunderstand you. This isn't emotional coldness, it is emotional intelligence. It's the realization that every yes you give to a toxic or draining person is a no you are giving to your own mental health. As this transformation continues, the intelligent person often falls in love with clarity. People assume that those who spend time alone are lonely, but there is a massive difference between loneliness and solitude. Loneliness is a gap that you try to fill with other people. Solitude is a fullness that you find within yourself. For the first time, silence stops feeling empty. It becomes a sanctuary where you can finally hear your own thoughts without the constant interference of other people's expectations and opinions. Modern psychology shows that periods of healthy solitude improve emotional regulation and long-term decision-making. While the rest of the world is chasing constant validation, the self-aware person is quietly building a stronger version of themselves. This is the moment when their priorities shift completely. They no longer ask, "How do I fit in?" They ask, "Does this environment reflect who I truly am?" And once that question takes root, there is no going back. To everyone else, it looks like they disappeared. In reality, they finally stopped disappearing from themselves. They stopped sacrificing their authenticity for the sake of belonging to a group that never really saw them anyway. They choose a quiet exit. They don't make a big announcement. They just slowly, one realization at a time, stop arguing with people who aren't listening. They stop showing up to events that drain them. They focus on the one or two people who actually matter, and they dedicate the rest of their energy to their own purpose. If you find yourself in this position, don't be afraid. You aren't losing your mind. You are simply moving toward a life defined by quality rather than quantity. You are choosing to be alone rather than being with people who make you feel alone. Sometimes, the people who seem to disappear aren't getting lost at all. They are finally finding the courage to walk toward the life that was truly meant for them. The world might be getting quieter, but for the first time you can finally hear the truth. You are not disappearing. You are finally coming home. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe for more psychological breakdowns. See you in the next one.